Miss, could you give us an overview of the program that you teach?
Sure. So the program that I teach is the four-year MA Business Management program, which is the program that you are soon to be graduating from, Devanshi. It is a four-year program whereby students are introduced to all the functions of business. The first 2 years of the program is where you get your feel for different business functions, the introduction to HR, introduction to marketing, accounting. And then, as you know, as you very well know, in third and fourth year is when you become an honors student, and that is when you take more specialist courses. Courses such as business ethics, courses such as new business venture, business strategy, and then, of course, the dissertation, which I know you've just completed. And that will hopefully give all students a good rounding to be proficient in all aspects of business management.
What makes this program unique compared to similar programs elsewhere?
So I think this program is unique, number one, in the sense that we are, of course, AFG College, but the main thing is with the University of Aberdeen. The University of Aberdeen, as you know, is one of the most historical universities, and what a lovely combination where we can blend history and tradition and heritage in such an innovative college such as AFG College. Something that I'm really proud of at this university is the fact that, as you very well know, all your professors know you by name. I think the small student-staff ratio is what really makes this special, in the sense that we are there for you, we understand you, we're basically guiding you through your entire journey. But we also challenge you, of course. I think in the sense of the style of assessments that we offer, we try to be creative with them. And overall, the small-knit community of this university, I think, is what makes us unique.
What are some of the key skills that students can gain from this program?
So obviously we have the subject matter skills, which I won't talk about, but something that I feel myself and my colleagues are really proud about is that, and I say this all the time to students, we don't want you to be the same person when we meet you in first year that you are when we're walking across that stage on graduation day 4 years later. And whether that means pushing you a little bit, develop your critical thinking. Something that we love in our university is the fact that I may introduce you to a concept or theory and you can lift up your hand. And I know you've done that in the past, Devanshi, and say, but actually I don't really understand that, or that doesn't actually make sense. And that's actually us trying to encourage you to develop the confidence to critique something that you may know, something that I find very important in today's world. I also feel that we develop your skills in resilience. Again, many times you have not gotten the mark that maybe you were happy with first time, but instead of simply accepting defeat, you said, no, hang on a second, let me know what I did wrong, how can I improve? The world is changing. Every day the world is changing, and if there's one thing we can encourage is to help you be a bit more resilient. And I think lastly is to be a good player, to work collaboratively with your colleagues. Again, I know you have made some great friendships at this university, and ultimately I think that's going to put you in a great position when you enter the workplace. But do you feel you developed anything in particular?
A lot, Miss. I feel a lot more confident. I have understood theory. So I was also thinking that earlier business for me was all just about departments. But now I think it's a living system. And I'm able to understand it better because the theory helps me to relate it with different circumstances, and I'm able to analyze better. Also, Miss, adding to what you said, you and the other instructors also have been very, very helpful in giving constructive feedback for all our assignments. Why should students study at AFG, in your opinion?
Okay, well, I'll give my opinion, and of course, I'm not a student, but I would love to hear your opinion eventually. But from my opinion, just I think touched upon a lot of the stuff that we said, the fact that we work so closely with our students. We offer not only the academic support, the pastoral support, but more importantly, because we are such a close-knit community, you get to work with each other. And I mean, it goes without saying, but we are so highly ranked as the University of Aberdeen that you are getting a first-class degree. But I mean, from a student perspective, what do you feel? Why would you tell your colleagues in terms of coming here?
I agree with the same, Miss, and I also think that AFG College, along with the University of Aberdeen, being such a globally recognized university, provides over here. It provides intimate and student-centered learning. Uh, you are not one amongst hundreds. So because it's a close community, I think the quality is amazing. Miss, how does this course prepare students for real-world careers?
So I think careers now are constantly changing. The typical notion of what a career is, where you know move up the organizational hierarchy, is disappearing. However, what I feel this program offers students is the ability, as I mentioned, to develop their confidence, to know when they are interested and passionate about a certain path, but also to be brave enough to say, okay, hang on a second, maybe I want to shift gears a little bit. And I think this program specifically will give you such a strong foundation where you can do that, and not only from a the content perspective, but in the ability to know yourself better. I mean, I'm sure you know with many of your courses, a lot of it is to work on yourself, to reflect on your own learning, and I think, as I said, that makes you not only confident but more of a resilient individual, where you can select a certain path for you. But equally, we know many students who said, you know what, I want to start my own business. And the entrepreneurial spirit, not only of the country, but also the program itself, helps students do that. And I think it really opens the door for many career possibilities.
Yes, Miss, and I'll add to that. Also, the dissertation is a great way of getting to that as well, because you are doing your own research, you are gathering your own data, and then you are making your own plan. So,
and I think many students think it's, let's do the dissertation to graduate, but actually, you know what? Use it as a portfolio when you're applying for jobs to say, look, I took a whole year to become an expert in a certain field, and showcase that. And I think you should, and you should be proud to have done that as well. Okay. So Devanshi, you are in your fourth year now. You just submitted your dissertation. Looking back, what would you say would be maybe some of the most favorable moments or memories in your time here?
Miss, I think I have cherished each and every day of my journey at the university. I started at an advanced year, which you know, and the first assignment was an infographic poster, which I had never done before. But today, if I'm asked to, I will do it with all the confidence. And similarly, all the other assignments and the constructive feedback and the pleasure, of course, it was not easy. I've had nearly sleepless nights because I'm also a full-time mom, but I took immense pleasure in all of it. None of it seemed like I had to do it. For me, it felt like I want to do it. I enjoyed it all.
Yeah. And I think you really hit the nail on the head there, Devanshi. I think with your university degree, it's all about how much you put into it. And I think you're such a great example to show that, to say, look, it wasn't easy. I know it wasn't easy. And you'd come and say, please, can you help me understand what I'm not missing and what I got wrong? And ultimately, it's how much effort you put in, but not giving up when you're not getting sort of that initial achievement. But something, Devanshi, as well, and I think that this is a really important aspect of our undergraduate degrees. Many times people think undergraduate degrees are for students who just finish high school and they follow a path. You are a prime example of someone that finished high school a while ago. You are a working mom, and we are able in our program can accommodate for that, be it in the style of when the courses are, when the classes are, whether it's evening classes. And I think that speaks to also us being quite inclusive with offering undergraduate degrees. And so I think that's also a really important facet that you mentioned.
I will agree, Miss. The university has been very welcoming to non-traditional students such as me. So thank you.
And the non-traditional student, whatever that looks like, is a student nonetheless. And I think we need to definitely support them, and you're a great testament to that. What would be one advice you would give to new students coming here?
My advice, Miss, would be to keep an open mind, to be confident, to be open to discussions, approach the lecturers. Do not feel that there's nothing to be scared about, in simple words. And that's it, basically.
And I think that that's such an important piece of advice, because so many times students, I mean, we're people after all, and we want to help you. And I say my biggest joy is to know that a student has achieved their goal out of this degree program. So I think that that's such good advice. We are small in the nature of our classes, so we're not a big hall of 100 students and a sea of students. So yes, I would say definitely know that in this institution, you can genuinely come to us, you can sit with us, we can help you, but even equally just help you in terms of navigating what it is to be a university student as well.
But at the same time, Miss, it's also important to attend the lectures, to be part of all the workshops, the tutorials, because only then with all of these tools will one be able to succeed or be on that path, I think.
And I think that's exactly it. Embrace the university journey. It's not only also about just finishing assignments. It's about, taking part in cultural day and volunteering to be student rep. And I think that is really what makes you a strong, gives you the best strong holistic degree that you can have out of it.